Now let's proceed dito sa Italy scam. We now move to the next item of the agenda, the so-called Italy scam, wherein almost 400 Filipinos aspiring to work in Italy were allegedly deceived by a certain Alpa Assistenza agency, only to find out later on that their supposed nulla osta or work permits were fake, as declared by the Italian government. Just to put on record that the owners of Alpa Assistenza, Diane Crizel Respicio and Frederick Dutaro, were summoned by this committee. They initially responded to WhatsApp and acknowledged our invitation, but they failed to provide justifiable reasons regarding their absence today. So therefore, I'm directing the committee secretary to issue a subpoena. Sa video niya, napanood ko yung other video na kung saan present ata si Consul General El Mercato, kaya isa sa mga reklamo at sinasabing di umano'y kayo po ay involved. So you have the opportunity now to say something or defend yourself. But first, we need to hear a statement from the first witness, Apple E. Cabases.
Ako po si Apple Cabasis. Biktima po ako ng Alpha Assistance sa SRL. Ipinasok po ng kapatid ko yung application ko sa kanya ng April 28. April 29 po. Nagbayad po ang kapatid ko sa kanya ng 650 euros kasama nun sa pamangkin ko. May 3, lumabas daw po yung demanda o yung katunayan na ipinasok yung application namin. So kailangan na naman daw namin magbayad ng 650 euros. Hindi po kami nakapagbayad dahil kulang na po yung perang hawak namin. May 22, hating gabi po dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. Tumawag ang kapatid ko at sinabi niya lumabas na daw po ang aming mga nulla osta o working permit. Sa punto po ngayon, kailangan na po namin tapusin ang bayad namin sa kanya. Nakabayad lang po ako ng 1,450 euros para sa akin at nabayaran lang po ng kapatid ko para sa pamangkin ko na 2,350 euros. Hindi po niya ibinigay ang nulla osta namin nung oras na nagbayad kami. Nung nagbayad na po, gumawa na po siya ng group chat para po sa pamangkin ko, sa staff niya. Dun po sa group chat, sinabi po niya na May 29, meron na daw po kaming appointment sa Piasi, sa Makati. May 28 po, isang araw bago ang appointment, ay sinabi ni Crisel na cancel ang appointment namin. At hindi na daw po yun matutuloy, ang nag-cancel daw po ay Piasi. May 30 po, nagtanong na po ako sa GC. Dahil may schedule po kami ng May 31, hindi pa rin po siya nag-update. So napilitan po ako magtanong sa GC. Ang sabi po niya, hindi na naman daw po matutuloy. June 1 po, ang sabi po niya, hindi daw po matutuloy ng May 31 dahil nag-cancel daw po ay ang Piasi. June 1 po, nag-email po ako sa Piasi kung bakit po na-cancel ang appointment namin. Sumagot po ang Piasi na wala daw po kaming appointment para ma-cancel. June 17 to 20, June 17 to 20, nagpasa ng schedule ang hipag ko para sa June 21 daw po. Yun yung mga araw na hinaghihintay po kami ng schedule namin, June 17 to 20. Ganun po niya kami katagal pinaghintay. June 21 po, ang ibinigay niyang schedule sa amin para po sa Piazzi. Kami pong 4 na taga-Lemery. Ako, ang pamangkin ko at ang 2 pa. Nung June 21 po, dumating po kami doon. May nakatagpo po kaming 2 van na puti at mga taga Batangas din. 16 po ang sakay noon. Sabi po nila mag-a-apply din daw po sila para sa visa. Italy din, 3,000 euros din daw po yung processing fee nila. So ang usapan po kasi namin ni Mr. Respicio, 8 AM aakyat na po kami sa Piazzi. VIP po kami. So 8 AM po, umakyat na po kami kahit wala pa yung tao niya na mag-a-assist sa amin na si Marvin Ilagan. Nung nandun na po kami at nakaupo sa VIP chair sa harap po ng VIP room, nag-chat po ako sa staff niya. Tinatanong ko po kung okay lang na nandun na. Ang sabi po, no, bumaba kayo, nagka-problema. Pagbaba po namin, nakausap na po namin yung 2 van. Nalaman po namin na lahat sila, Alpha Asistenza din po ang may hawak. May dumating pong isang babae, tita daw po siya ni Crisel, registered nurse. Siya si Arlene Pangan, sorry po. Siya si Arlene Pangan. Dinala po niya kami sa Starbucks, pinagkape niya po kami. Tinanong po namin siya, ano yung naging problema nung, ba't po kami pinababa, bakit hindi natuloy. Nagkaroon daw po ng suspicion na nula usta namin. Pero ang tinanong ko naman po kay Dang, ang sabi naman ni Dang, nagkaroon daw po ng problema yung portal na pagkukunan. Mula po nun, pinaasa na lang po niya kami ng pinaasa. Kesyo, malapit na daw, maaayos na daw po. Yung po mga sinasabi niya. July 11, nagsimula pong mag-chat sa group chat namin yung si Miss Arlene Pangan. Sabi niya, naglabasan na daw po yung mga visa. Nagkaroon po kami ng pag-asa na baka naman nga hindi ito panloloko. Pero July 14, nalaman po namin na yung ipinasok lahat na 100 plus or 85, lahat po yan rejected. Ang nakalagay po dun sa papel na ibinigay ng Italian Embassy, false daw po, peke ang dokumento. Nag-request po ako sa kanya ng refund. Nagbigay po siya ng cheque. Kalbog po yung checking ibinigay niya. Hanggang ngayon, hindi po niya ibinabalik yung pera.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Apple. Now, let's proceed to the second witness. Maria Socorro M. Velasquez. Ma'am Maria Socorro. Ano po yung inyong pong statement? Ano pong gusto niyo sabihin, ma'am?
Ako po si Maria Socorro Velasquez, isa din pong biktima ng Alpha Asistencia. Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Isa din po akong biktima na pinangakuan po ni Crisel or yung pong employer ng Alpha Asistencia.
I would like to proceed with the other resource person nandito. Anyway, doon sa mga gusto pang malaman kung anong sasabihin pa ni Ma'am Velasquez na hindi pa niya sabi, bibigyan kayo ng kopya ng kanyang sinupang salaysay. Is that okay with you, Ma'am
Thank you po.
Velasquez? Okay.
Thank you po.
Now, let's proceed with the next resource person natin. In Consul General, Elmer Cato.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. When the first case was reported was on July 31, we immediately wrote Alpha Asistenza to tell them that the complainant was asking for a refund of the amount she paid for her Decreto Flusy application. Alpha Asistenza po sumagot at sinabing may kontrata po silang pinirmahan, and in that contract it stated that Alpha Asistenza would only be putting together the documents and filing the application. So medyo na stalemate po kami doon. And on August 21, 2 staff members of Alpha Asistenza reached out to me and asked to meet me secretly because they wanted to share something that's been going on. So pinuntahan ko po sila doon sa isang bahay sa Milan at doon po sila nag-share yung mga suspetsya nila na may fraud na pong nangyayari. They presented to me several evidences, and I asked if there were complainants who could come to us, and they escorted them to us po 4 days later. So those were the first 19 complainants that we investigated. So simula po doon, aside from investigating the complaints,
So ano po naging result ng inyong investigation, sir? Matapos yung mga pakinggan yung salaysay ng mga...
the result, sir, is 94 cases of aggravated fraud have been filed in Milan before the Office of the Public Prosecutor as of last week.
So umaksyon po kayo
Opo.
doon sa reklamo?
Documented
So
po ang
kayo
lahat
po
ng
ang
action
nag-file ng mga
ng
kaso?
konsulado despite allegations that we failed to act from some of the witnesses who are here, who unfortunately,
Kung ginawa niyo po inyong trabaho as expected by the OFWs, bakit kayo po ay patuloy pa rin nireklamo?
hindi ko po alam kung bakit pa sila nagrereklamo. As far as we're concerned po, wala pong nagrereklamo sa Milan. Ang mga nagrereklamo po ay mga kababayan natin na dito sa Pilipinas.
Of course, they're afraid to complain over there kasi nandoon ka. Siyempre,
Opo.
pag di sa Pilipinas, wala ka na doon, wala ka na sa harap
Opo.
nila, wala na silang takot magreklamo. But anyway, sige, thank you for that, Mr. Cato. Go ahead, Senator Riza.
Ma'am, Ms. Maria Socorro, Skinan ko po yung binigay ni Chair, sinumpa ang salaysay nyo. Andito po sa matrix nung mga biniktima, merong ding kapangalan ng isang may-ari, yung Frederick
Yes
Dutaro.
po, mga kamag-anak.
Tama po, mga kamag-anak
Yes
din niya
po.
po ay nandirito. Franz Michael Dutaro, Federico Dutaro, Francis Mark Dutaro, at saka Feme Grace
Yes po.
Dutaro.
Kamag-anak sa kapatid po.
So
yung
pati
iba.
po kamag-anak at kapatid, binibiktima ng Alpha Assistenza ni na Mr. Frederick Dutaro.
Yes
Tama
po, Your Honor.
Okay, ibang klase po talaga, Mr. Chair. Salamat po, Ms. Maria Socorro.
Ma'am, ba't kayo umiyak habang sasalita po si Consul General? Natutuwa ba kayo sa sinasabi niya o naiinis kayo?
Your Chair, isa po ko sa mga sinampahan niya ng kaso. Biktima rin po ako ng Alpha Assistance. Former OFW po ako from Taiwan. Nangarap lang naman po ako para sa pamilya ko. Pero bakit?
Okay. Meron ho ba kayong sama ng loob dito kay Consul General?
Wala
Elmer
po. Wala po.
Oh.
Sinampahan niya po kami ng kaso.
Sino po nagsampa ng kaso sa inyo? Si Consul? Oh, Conjen, teka muna, biktima na nga, tapos sasampaw pa ng kaso. Damn. What's wrong with you, sir? Pilipino to, Pilipino ka, di ba, sir?
Sir, there were false accusations made against me and they were the ones being quoted, but I've talked to them and I was told that the statements that were published in the newspapers were not theirs.
Okay.
So they were being quoted as saying that I did not act on the complaints they brought to my attention.
Sabi ka nun.
Oh, yun po, sir.
pero
But that's in the newspaper,
ano pong pinahal niyo ng kaso laban sa kanya?
It-
Ano pong pinahal sa inyo?
They were included in the cyber libel suit I filed against the Daily Tribune last week, sir.
But were they the ones who cyber libeled you?
No, sir, they were the ones who were quoted as saying that I did not act on their complaints, which was impossible because they were here in the Philippines. So yung gusto lang naman po namin malaman sa kanila is just for them to share with us the truth and we could amend the complaint naman po.
September pa po kami. Humingi ng tulong sa Daily Tribune. Ganon din po yung Daily Tribune. Hiningan po siya ng side.
Okay. With the indulgence of Senator Risa, sis nandito yung Daily Tribune para tuloy-tuloy tayo, hindi na mapatid doon sa hearing ito. Meron ba representative dito yung Daily Tribune? So, meron ka ebidensya na meron siyang close tie sa Alpha? Do you have
Yes, sir.
proof?
Yung pong mga complainants. At saka po yung si Jeffrey Villalon ang nag-disclose nung relationship in relation to the video na una yung pinakita dyan. Siya
Okay.
ho ang nagbigay
So,
sa
yung
amin
video
yan.
showing na kasama po siya doon sa affairs na sponsored ng Alpha.
Sir, yun po mga postings ng mga tao at saka yung mga complainants na lumabas at nagpa-interview na rin.
Okay. Gusto ko lang ma-add, Mr. Cato, yung sinasabi niya na fair po yung Tribune. And I attest to that kasi recently nasulat po ako sa Tribune and then when I send them a letter, I reach out to them, sinulat naman yung side ko. So dapat nung nag-reach out sila sa inyo, pinakinggan nyo, nakipag-usap kayo, patas naman tong Tribune eh. Diba? Yun yung pagkakamali nyo. Tinabla nyo sila. Eh ngayon pumunta sila sa ibang agency at tinulungan sila, lumaking issue. Kasi kung from the first moment, ganun kami sa media eh. The first moment na nag-reach out ang media sa inyo para kunin ang inyong side, sumagot kayo, huwag kayo matakot, bagkus matuwa kayo kasi kinukuha ang side nyo. May mga ibang media entities na hindi ko alam, hindi ko magbabangkit, siguro yung mga hindi kilala. Titirahin ka ng titirahin, hindi kukunin yung side mo. Pasalamat ka, pag kinukuha yung side mo, dapat matuwa ka, magbunyi kayo. Kayong lahat nasa gobyerno, kapag tinawagan kayo ng media para kunan kayo ng reaksyon, kunin yung side ninyo, matuwa kayo. Ibig sabihin, fair yung media entity na yan. Now, kunin ko naman yung side ng DMW.
I got a message from her around September 22nd last year, and she mentioned the scam report there. She gave me the impression that they were working on the story. So immediately I contacted Yusek Bernard, and as I understand it, from there was a meeting with a case conference between Ms. Fernandez and the complainants on September 25th. So 3 days later. And it did not take long. We endorsed on September 26, endorsed 19 complainants to the ATRAD in NBI. And in the first week of October, we sent a legal team, a fact-finding investigation headed by Assistant Secretary Francis de Guzman, a team of lawyers, Mr. Chair, to look into this matter. And upon conferring with Conjen Cato, we took on the case of another patronato. It's called Golden Power. And the CG took on the case of Alpha Asistenza, as mentioned by Yusek Ed. My last point is that since then, there have been 105 criminal cases between the DMW and the NBI filed against 9 respondents in this case, and that we had also been responsible for the takedown of a certain Facebook account related to this matter. Incidentally, we were responsible also for the takedown of around 7,000 online illegal recruitment sites on Facebook in the course of 2023. And further details, Mr. Chair, if you will allow, Yusek Bernard Olalia can provide.
Your Honors, can I make a brief summary? We coordinated with the DOJ, execute the filing, investigation, and preliminary investigation of the case. We also coordinated with the NBI, as mentioned by our OIC Secretary. We have filed and assisted 278 victims. We also did a profiling of the victims. Karamihan po sa victims dito, Your Honors, are from Region 4B. No?
And why is that?
52%.
Why is that?
Andun po yung karamihan ng kanilang kamag-anak.
Oh,
Apo.
okay.
And then we were also able to determine the extent of the network of Alpha's Asistencia. We identified the participants in the Philippines. We filed cases against all those who made activities in relation to the offering and recruitment of activities, Your Honor.
Sige, Senator Riza, before we go to the NBI.
Yes, Mr. Chair, salamat po. So I was going to follow this up with Yusek Kakdak, pero baka pati si Yusek Olalia could comment on it. Yung sinimulan ko pong pagtatanong tungkol sa Nula Osta, paano nangyari na inisyuhan yung mga victim survivors ng peke palang Nula Osta? Paano po na-confirm ng local processing agency na peke yung mga yon? At sino po yung responsable sa pag-issue ng mga pekeng Nula Osta?
Yung pong, Your Honor, yung pong pekeng Nula Osta is supposed to be submitted and verified by an office here, yung Visa Center. And hindi po nangyari yun kasi nga po, tulad po ng sabi nyo, peke po yung Nula Ostra. So, the Visa Travel Agency here refused to process those documents dahil po peke. Galing po yun mismo sa Alpha Asistencia. At ibinigay po yun doon sa kanilang mga ni-recruit na Pilipino dito po sa ating bansa.
Salamat po, Yusek. With all due respect po, kasi kanina po na saksihan nating lahat, umiyak si Ms. Vanessa, lumuha din si Ms. Apple, hindi ko alam kung sa parehong dahilan. Pero if I'm not mistaken, Conjen Cato, may sinisimulan kayong banggitin na pwede namang i-modify.
Your Chairman, may apply po kasi ako pabalik ng Taiwan. At ngayon po, ay naalala ko po yung NBI clearance ko. Hindi po ako makakakuha kung may pending case po ako.
Meron ba na issue warrant?
Wala pa po.
Then dapat di makialam mo ng NBI. Let's go to the NBI. NBI? Nandito ba NBI? Okay. Wala pang na-issue warrant. Bakit matatranish agad yung image at hindi siya mabibigyan ng clearance?
Sir, kasi wala pang resolution yung case po pwedeng mag-reflect doon sa NBI clearance niya.
Even na hindi pa naiakyat sa judge yung kaso, nasa fiscal level pa lang.
Meron po yun na nagre-reflect po yun doon. Pero pwede naman sigurong kung may
Mr. Chair,
dismiss na. Opo.
in relation to the point being raised to Ma'am Olga, yun po, baka the ball is still in the court of the good congen. Is it even possible, Mr. Chair, na i-atras nila yung kaso? If it's not improper to ask po,
Yes,
may atras po yung kaso
Madam
laban
Chair.
sa mga OFW.
Hindi kasi para sa akin, magkakaroon pa ng
Chair.
utang na loob yung OFW. Wala naman siyang kasalanan kung tutusin.
As mentioned earlier, the allegations of inaction against me and the consulate were traced to the 3 of them. Just come up with a sworn statement and tell the truth. Kung hindi mo pala sinabi na nagharap tayo, bakit yun nakalabas sa dyaryo na hindi ko raw po inasikaso, busy daw po ako. Pero how could that happen, Mr. Chair, when they are here in the Philippines, I'm there in Milan? So yun po yung basis ng cyber libel case.
So Conjen, Mr. Chair, kung hindi pag-atras, pero saan po papunta yung mga salita nyo kanina na a possible modification? And not as the Chair
As
correctly
soon
points
as,
out,
as soon
not
as we-
Conjen as a matter of utang na loob, but as a
Opo.
matter of
Sabihin lang po yung
justice and
totoo.
fairness sa mga
Bigay lang po yung
OFW.
sworn statement that they did not issue the statements attributed to them by the Tribune na negligent po ako, and okay na po yun.
Okay, acknowledge the presence of Senator Bato de la Rosa. Ano kang quick statement?
Wala na, Mr. Chair. Magpakita lang ako.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Magpakita
you,
lang
sir.
ako sa inyo. Magpakita lang.
Thank you, sir.
Yun lang.
Okay,
Salamat,
may
salamat.
balita kami na yung owners daw ng Alpha already flew to Saudi Arabia, tumakas na. Nandito ba ang Bureau of Immigration? Totoo ba,
Thank you,
nakatakas
Mr.
na?
Chair.
Ito mga owners ng Alpha, nasa Saudi na.
Si Diane Crisel Respicio, Frederick Dotaro, nakaalis po sila nung December 13, 2023.
December 13.
Opo, and
So
then
nakapuslit na.
apparently, Your Honor. And then yung destination po nung flight na yon is Saudi Arabia, although hindi po namin alam kung may connecting flight po from Saudi Arabia. And then si EXL Sebastian and Mikey Agustin po nakaalis ng October 9, 2023, pareho pong papunta ng Nagoya. Yung nandito lang po sa Pilipinas ay si Prisca Nina Mabatid na dumating po noong January 26, 2024 mula sa United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
Yun lang.
Now,
Mr. Chair.
Attorney Topacio, sabi
Yes, Your
mo,
Honor.
nag-file kayo ng the lawyers,
Yes, of the victims,
Of the
Mr.
victims.
Chair.
nag-file ng whole departure order. Was that before December 13?
We filed it on January 26, 2024 before the DOJ. So
Before
it would appear we are very sad to hear that we were late, Mr. Chair, members of the Honorable Committee. From what I know of diplomatic relations, extradition may still be requested on a case-to-case basis as long as you have diplomatic relations with that country, Your Honors.
Then we have to review that. Maybe we can go on with that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honors.
So, lastly, before we end this hearing, meron pang masusunod na hearing. So, ginamit siya na source ng Daily Tribune. And that is the reason kung bakit kayo po, Ma'am Vanessa, ay kinasuhan ni Consul General. Ma'am Apple, totoo bang source kayo
Tatlo po
ng
kaming
Tribune?
kinasuhan ni Conjen Cato.
Pero
Sinama
kasama,
niyo po.
source po, kayo po talaga ang pumunta sa Tribune para magreklamo, para sabihin kung ano yung mga nalalaman ninyo, and then sinulat ng Daily Tribune.
Lumapit po kami sa Daily Tribune para magreklamo tungkol kay Alpha. Ang mga natanggap pong reklamo ng Daily Tribune, ang natanggap pong reklamo ng Daily Tribune tungkol kay Conjen Cato, hindi po sa amin nanggaling. Naging messenger lang po kaming tatlo. Dahil kaming dalawa. Dahil kami po yung unang nag-live, sa amin po sila nagchat-chat. Sa amin
So
po-
never kayo naging source para doon sa mga allegations against Mr. Cato.
Pinu-
Pero against those Alpha, kayo yung source.
Kami po yung source nun sa Alpha. Yung kay Conjen Cato po, reklamo po lahat yun ng OFW po sa Milan. Ipino-forward lang po namin sa Daily Tribune. Tinatanong din naman po nila kung totoo. Nababasa din naman po namin sa GC na
Okay. So
totoo yung
therefore,
mga reklamo.
Pino-forward nyo lang. So
Opo.
meron talagang reklamo, Consul General,
Yes, sir.
and
I
these
think,
complaints are valid from their fellow
Siguro po
OFWs na
para-
pinorward nila sa the Daily Tribune, and Daily Tribune has to write that kasi valid yung mga complaints.
para po malaman natin yung totoo, Mr. Senator, siguro we could ask Daily Tribune to present those OFWs in Milan who allegedly said we failed to act on their complaints. Because as I mentioned earlier, the first complaint came on July 31. And they've been making certain allegations that we could not really prove.
But they've been trying to contact you.
Sir,
di ba,
that's what
sabi
they're
nila?
saying, sir.
So,
May I ask the Daily Tribune to please tell me what phone number you were calling?
totoo ba na kinukontak nyo itong si Consul General para kunin yung kanyang side?
Yes, Your Honor.
And tinatanong niya anong phone number daw?
Yung messenger na,
And you have
I have the printout.
copies and
Yeah, I have the
records to
printout.
show. Okay? Na talagang sa kanya yon. And then siguro, Consul General, you have to check. Siguro huwag natin gawin dito, baka for privacy purposes, tingnan mo kung talagang sa iyo yon. Then kung sa iyo yun, Now, inadmit mo sa kanya yon. O, kinukontak ka pala nila.
Sumagot naman po ako, and in some cases, I may not be able to answer, but yung naging story po dyan is, they were not contacting me by phone because they could always contact me via messenger. And they were saying they asked a mutual friend to get in touch with me. That mutual friend never got in touch with me, sir. I was talking to him a few
Go ahead,
weeks
Attorney
ago.
Topacio.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Vice Chair and members, under my advice, they were not producing these because of the Data Privacy Act. However, Your Honors, if Consul General Cato would waive his the benefits of that law, we will be furnishing this honorable committee with this, Your Honor, because he has to waive. Otherwise, we will be liable unless we are required by this honorable committee to submit it, in which case, in obedience to a legal duty imposed by this committee, we will submit it, Your Honor. So that is our dilemma if, with all due respect, Your Honors.
So therefore, COMSEC issue a subpoena to the documents being referred to by Attorney Topacio.
So
Thank you.
I would waive.
Your way, very
Okay, so
good.
they're part of the exhibit in the cyber libel suit I filed. Kasama po yung conversation na yan.
Sige. Now, so, Consul General Elmer Cato, itutuloy niyo po bang demanda laban sa kanya? Dahil pagtutuloy niyo, I'll be more than happy na tutulungan siya, ipaglalaban ko siya hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggan.
Sinabi ko po kay Apple, mag-submit lang ng sworn statement and we will withdraw.
When then she has to consult, meron pa siyang lawyer, consult mo sa lawyer niya, and then kukuha ko
Because
ng lawyer
importante po
for
yung
her,
statement
then
nila
consult niya dun sa lawyer.
na hindi nila sinabi yung nakasulat sa Tribune na hindi po kami umaksyon.
Okay. Due to lack of material time, the chair directs all parties who wish to submit further position papers to send them to the committee accordingly. Notices and invitations for the next hearing, February 13.